Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a month now, and I am back with yet another session of Buzz with Banani. How are you all? I hope that you guys are doing amazing. So am I. So I am Banani Dasdhar, founder Banani Vista. Being an entrepreneur, I'm also an youth mental health influencer, and I'm creating awareness on how we can help our kids grow emotionally stronger through various workshops for kids and sessions for parents. So in this journey, I will be understanding the tools and techniques from our experts. In this session of Buzz with Banani, episode 1, we are hosting Divya Mahrotra. She is the founder of Chakra, where we are going to discuss mandala as a meditative art. What are the techniques and how it can help our youths to grow emotionally stronger? So just giving you a heads up that mindful art is a creative journey to your higher consciousness, and mandalas are everywhere. This is what Divya says. You know, so they are the structures and structures of our cells. Then it can be any structures like our world, our universe. And Divya, she actually create an awareness of mandala through various sessions, so like conscious art bath, diffused emotions, rhythmic rejuvenation, conscious art exercises to uproot the source of anxiety and stress, collective consciousness, and connect that human thread activities, musical motivation, activating the true self, and more. I'm so excited to talk everything with Divya about all these activities that she does online as well as offline sessions. So in this journey, let's make it the most use of it. So I would like to tell you guys that, drop down your questions, whatever questions you have in your mind. So just put it in the comments, and your questions will be answered by our expert, that is Divya Mehrotra. So are you guys ready? Cool. Welcome, Divya. How are you doing? I hope you are
Thank you
doing
so much.
amazing.
Thank you so much, Banani. Thanks for this wonderful session. And yes, I am absolutely fine and excited to talk about and spread an awareness about how mandala will uplift your mood
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and
And
how
the
this
main
art,
thing, yeah,
yeah,
please go ahead. Yes, yes, please go ahead.
yeah, and how it is not just in a piece of art. It is
Mm-hmm.
reflection of yourself. That's the
Right.
amazing journey.
Yes, yes. The very first time when I met you, I mean, of course, over the screen itself, I was amazed by your persona and the positive vibes that is coming from you, and the glow that you have, the aura. I am very much amazed. So I'm going to dig deeper today to ask you what is the how you are going to, like, how do you do that? So it's very important in nowadays scenario to create a positive aura, to create a positive environment around us, to not only to survive this drastic condition that we are all dwelling today, but also to go ahead in our lives, right?
True, true, true. Absolutely.
Ye- Yes. So Divya, I would like to understand, and I'm sure that our audience would like to understand that what exactly mandala art is all about. So tell me something about mandala art.
So it's a very interesting story behind how I started mandala and what mandala art is.
Mm-hmm.
So first I'll tell you about how I am now into mandala. Then I'll come to what mandala art is. So
Yeah.
I'm practicing this mandala art from past 3 years, and it is basically introduced by my daughter. So I'm a mother of two teen-age daughters,
Oh,
and
okay.
my daughter is absolutely creative, and she keeps on experimenting various art forms. And
Mm-hmm.
she introduced this mandala art to me, and I picked up as a hobby. On her
Mm-hmm.
birthday, I started learning. That's a 3-year-old journey. And since then,
Amazing.
I'm totally glued or hooked to this art. So I
Mm-hmm.
know various form of Indian arts, but somehow this art form has taken me to a next step, give me a direction to leave my 20 years old corporate job, venture
Wow.
into entrepreneurship. That's the impact of mandala art on me. It gives me the clarity of the thought what I want in
Mm-hmm.
my life, because now we are
Mm-hmm.
in a midlife crisis when everything we are just running a lot of errands, do this, do that, office jobs, chores, and
So
everything.
true.
But what is I as a human being want? What is
Hmm.
me? What is me
Hmm.
time? I
Hmm.
am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a wife, I am every, but what I am as Divya, what is my
Hmm.
passion, what I
Hmm.
am inclined to. So that
Hmm.
art form gave me that kind of clarity and courage to leave my cushy job when I was there in the corporate world and
Yeah.
start traveling the entrepreneur journey. So that's a bit about my
Amazing.
journey, how I started mandala. Now I come back to
Mm-hmm.
your second question, what mandala art is all about.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
mandala is a very old ancient form of art, which is
Mm-hmm.
originated by we Indians and Buddhism.
Okay.
And it is originated from a Sanskrit word known as mandal, which
Okay.
means in Sanskrit, which means bindu, the dot. The
Oh, okay.
entire universe is made up of
Hmm.
that dot. Our
That's my
solar
God.
system, if you
Hmm.
see our Earth revolutions, rotation, everything is in the form of circle. If I
Mm-hmm.
talk about it in mathematical terms, our triangle, our square, everything has edges and vertices, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
spherical bodies and circular bodies, they do not. They gives
Hmm.
you the continuity of your thoughts. They
Yeah.
gives that continuity of the movement. There is no
Hmm.
hindrance. So
Hmm.
that's the impact of mandala, because mandala talks about the connection
Mm-hmm.
of your inner soul with the outer
Mm-hmm.
world. How
Hmm.
you as a one human is related to the entire universe, because
Yeah.
every human is a unique creative soul. And
Mm-hmm.
how that soul is related to our outer world, that's the mandala journey talks about.
Cool. That's quite interesting, right? It's all started in our Hindu mythology, or you can say the Brahmand, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything is connected to the source. That's how we can interpret, right? So how mandala works, Divya? Like how exactly this art form works?
So this art form is mainly a creation of different patterns. The
Mm-hmm.
patterns could be in the form of, we draw the patterns in mandala in a circular form. We
Mm-hmm.
start with the innermost circle and keep on drawing the circles after one another. So this is a
Mm-hmm.
journey. The innermost circle is you. Generally, the
Mm.
innermost circle represents the person who is starting drawing mandala, and
Right.
how that person is exploring herself or himself in the outer
Mm-hmm.
world. That talks about the circles one after another. So that is
Mm.
the journey which person takes. And in mandala, it's a rhythmic pattern. So what it happens is when we do mandala, so we do
Mm-hmm.
not think about what has happened in the past, what is going
Right.
to happen in future, because
Mm.
the you are enjoying the present, and that's what
Mm.
we focus. So in any form of meditation, what people say, focus who you are, focus on your current, leave the past, leave the future, don't focus on all this thing. It's more about you as a present. So same
Right.
is mandala for me. So because I'm not a person who can do meditation, close your eyes and focus on
Yeah.
this, so I'm very
I
bad in
so
that.
agree with you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my body will be there, my eyes will be closed, but my hands will start tickling, like I start doing all these things. So I'm very bad at that.
Mm-hmm.
So but in
Yeah.
mandala, it's a coordination between your body, your mind, and the soul,
Yeah.
because everything, all these three elements are
Mm-hmm.
talking to you as a person, or talking to you
Right.
as what you want. So in
Mm.
mandala we use repetitive patterns which enhances
Mm-hmm.
the, or which sends the signal to your brain to
Mm-hmm.
secrete hormones which calms your mind, number one. Number two, it
Mm.
reduces the stress by
Mm-hmm.
lowering your blood pressure.
Okay.
That is also a imbibed benefit of doing mandala. It lowers the blood pressure and it
Mm-hmm.
calms your mind, and
Mm.
it gives you the focus and concentration.
Okay.
Because nowadays a lot of kids are not the parents keep complaining, oh, my child is hyperactive, he or she doesn't
Yes.
sit at one place,
Yes.
And even people
Yeah.
say, even in corporate life also, every time when there is a scenario comes, come up with the innovative ideas, come up with some out of box thinking ideas.
Yeah.
Generally, we are so much of engrossed in our day to day work, the creativity doesn't flare, our innovation
Hmm.
doesn't flare because it's all
Hmm.
blocked. So how can you
Hmm.
break that monotony? How can you break that? That repetitive patterns gives you that signal.
Right.
Yes, now you need to, and then it comes automatically. You will break that part.
Correct. So I think, like, I think mandala is it's truly said as a meditative form of art, because as you rightly said, Divya, I could actually relate it that meditation is not all about like closing your eyes and sitting in a dhyan mudra and you just go into your consciousness or unconsciousness, sorry. So because why I could relate to you, because even I'm into dance meditation, and this form of meditative dance form that I come up with when I learned different dance forms, and I needed something for myself, because it took me I think 2 years to understand meditation and to go deeper into that. It took me a lot of time being a hyperactive by myself, like because I have a very dynamic energy, so I need to channelize my energy in a very right form. So it was difficult, not, I won't say difficult, but it was challenging initially, to streamline my energy. And but after that, post that, what happened when I found this dance meditation, then I thought that, okay, this is something that I needed, and this is something that is actually synchronizing with my body. And this is what meditation is all about. So when somebody says meditation, so I always relate to dance meditation, rather than again closing the eyes and doing that dhyan. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think like you have truly said that mandala, as you even scribble or drawing repetitive forms, then I think we it will help us to explore our creativity. And I think through mandala it will also help you release your emotions, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, because it gives you a sense of self-esteem. Because when you are
Mm-hmm.
completing one design and
Mm,
you feel, yes, I have achieved something. So
right.
it gives you that confidence. It enhances your self-esteem of completion some task. And also,
Mm-hmm.
as I said, is releasing that. So your stress is gone. You're
Mm,
completely calm, emotionally strong. So like
mm,
emotions, they make you strong, they make you weak. So how to
mm,
control your emotional journey? That the mandala patterns help you when you either color or when you draw, because they are so
mm,
intricate design. When you draw, you try
mm.
to concentrate on the particular design in a repetitive format.
Right,
And
right.
when you do that, your entire
Mm-hmm.
focus, your hormones, your emotional disturbance is well taken care of that.
Mm, right.
So that's
So
the
guys,
biggest benefit.
whoever, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, please continue.
Yeah, that's the biggest benefit of mandala is making your emotions in control the way you want. So as you said, mandala gives you energy to channelize your emotions into a
Mm,
right direction.
right, right. So, guys, whoever are watching us today, so I would like to tell you that, if you are stressed, and whether because of your work, because of your relationships, anything, so I think mandala is the way. So it doesn't need much. I think it's a pen and paper that and some
Yes.
colors. And I think you can release your emotions, because until and unless you won't be releasing your emotions, then it's not going to help your body. Rather, it will again trap inside your body. The emotions are going to trap inside your body, and it will come out as various forms of diseases, or many health concerns, right? So I think, guys, mandala is one way of doing releasing your emotions. It's a very good tool, so you guys should use it. And let's understand a bit more about how do you pick colors, Divya, like when you do mandala.
So I would say that Banani, if you know, each and every human being is made of seven chakras, and
Right.
each chakra reflects colors. So our
Hmm.
subconscious and unconscious mind absorbs the ultraviolet rays of those colors. Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
someday you feel like wearing yellow, someday you
Hmm.
feel like wearing black, someday everyone feels like white. Why? because that day our mood, our emotions, our mental state unconsciously receive that kind of ultraviolet rays from the colors. So the color selection is the reading of your unconscious and subconscious mind. So when I pick up my color, that reflects the state of my mind on that particular day. So your mood swings. So today I'm very happy, so I will pick up very vibrant colors like yellow, red, and orange, because yellow represent the freedom of your thoughts. Red represents the action, right? Someday if I want peace, I will use blue. Blue is a symbol of peace.
Yeah,
Right.
calmness. Yeah.
Someday I'm not expecting anything. I have nothing in my mind. I will use black, which talks about nothingness. So it depends ki how your mind. So I'm a color reader also, through which this color I help people to understand their subconscious and unconscious mind. So these
That's
colors,
great.
yeah. So even when you do mandala, even looking at the mandala is giving you the calming effect. And when you fill the colors in that, that will also impact. So today, if I have some problem, I want to some kind of cure or healing kind of thing, that color therapy will help you to heal and cure from your emotional imbalance.
Okay.
So
Right.
the color selection will definitely help you. Like there's 7 chakras and 7 colors. Like rainbow has 7 colors, and each color has a different radiation. So we have to maintain that balance in our body and in our mind to have a balanced chakras.
Okay. So what are the different levels of mandala, Divya? If anybody wants to start it, like, how long is the course goes and what are the different levels?
So in mandala comes in the ways. A level 1 I have coined in like level 1. Then level mandala comes in various format, like colorful mandalas, normal mandalas, 3D mandalas, spiral mandalas, double spiral, 2 point, 3 point, various form of mandalas. So I coined the course into level 1 and then level 2. And then the people can do the specific, very niche kind of workshop with me, which talks about 3D mandala, spiral mandala, 2 spiral mandala, 2-point mandala. But level 1 and level 2 comprises of 12 sessions. And in level 1, I mainly talk about the patterns, because these are the baseline and crust of any mandala, and the basic structure, how they can draw mandala in the circular format. What kind of various mandalas, how we can evolve one pattern into a complete one mandala design. That's the main focus of level 1. So once level 1 is done, then the people go for level 2. When we talk about advanced, very intricate, minute work, and the choice of colors, which is also very, very important. And once these 2 patterns are done, then people can come with me on the journey of 3D mandala, spiral, 2-point, and so on and so forth.
Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. So, Divya, I would like to understand now, in the perspective of kids. See, we all know that kids nowadays, even of course, adults are going through this particular situation, but we have some or the other things to distract ourselves whenever we feel frustrated, whenever our anxiety levels are high. We know what to do, but when it comes to when it comes to kids, so at that time, I don't know, like, how to handle them. So can you please help us, like, because I'm sure that there might be many parents who would be listening to us. So can you please help me understand that how we can, help our kids grow emotionally stronger, or help their expressions and emotions to come out through this meditative art?
So first of all, I would say, Banani, being an adult, I can go and say, hey, I'm bored. Hey, I'm bugged up. But kids are not that expressive as we adults are. So we need to understand the kids' psychology, why there is a change in their behavior pattern. What are the reasons behind it? So as a mandala artist, so when the parents approach me and they say my kid is the writing is not good, the grip is not good, and he is very disturbed, he is not focused. There are different various reasons when the parents can approach for that. So in mandala art helps in 7 ways for the kids. Number 1 is it helps in writing ability. because the
Okay.
grip,
Mm.
you are holding it, and that way you are not only increasing the stability of the mind but also improving the writing also. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, it helps the
Mm-hmm.
child to be stable at one's position. If the child is hyperactive, loss of focus, loss of concentration, number two, it
Mm-hmm.
helps them increase and enhance focus and concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, it enhances, as I said, the self-esteem part for the
Mm-hmm.
kids. Because when they will come
Mm-hmm.
up and they will be very happy, oh, mama, I finished that page with my design. So it increases their self-esteem.
Mm.
Simultaneously, increases the confidence because
Yes.
the child is not able to finish one job end to end, the confidence
Mm.
doesn't increase. But when they are finishing it, their confidence increasing to better, better, and better in the next way. That is also increasing the confidence. Fifth point, which I would like to say, that increases the creativity also. Because nowadays in the writing, when, for example, in creative writing, when we talk about, it is very
Mm.
difficult nowadays with many of the kids, most of the kids is they lack writing skills,
Mm.
especially in descriptive writing, because the
Yeah.
idea do not flow in. They do not have ideas to pen down them. So writing is a
Mm.
big challenge for the parents now, not only from the
Right.
writing skills, but in terms of the penning down their thoughts. That helps
Mm.
them to have and channelize their thoughts into right manner.
Right.
So these
So,
are
what is
the
the
benefits.
right age, Divya, if I may ask, like, what is the right age to start mandala? As you say that, it will help in writing abilities. So, what is the right age to start mandala?
So my audience are 7-year-old kid to a 70-year-old senior kid.
Okay.
so
Okay.
so
So, right
for
from the,
7,
hmm.
because before 6 years the child's fine motor skills on this thumb and this point, they are not fully developed. It will be, if
Hmm.
they will hold the pencil for a longer time, they will start
Hmm.
paining. So,
Hmm.
but after 6, 7 years, they can hold
Hmm.
the pencil. That's why 7 year onwards is the right stage to start very mild mandala. And I would say it's a rhythmic pattern. If someone is
Okay.
talking about ki in one class and two class, they will observe the drastic change. I would suggest not to do that because every habit takes
Gradual
21
process.
days. 21
Right.
days for a habit to change. There's minimum 21 days. So you
21
need
days.
that kind of time periods to see some kind of visible changes in their pattern and behavior.
Right. So, Divya, we have a question. What misconceptions about mental health do you wish you could change?
Can you repeat the question once more?
Sure. What misconceptions about mental health do you wish you could change?
First of all, it is not a taboo. It is just
Yes.
a normal. Yeah. So
Yes.
the way we are having a physical ailment, we have fever, we have body ache. Similarly, our brain also. So our body is
Hmm.
made up of brain, and so our
Right.
brain also is like stop functioning. So we need to give that fueling to the our brain. So our mental health is nothing. It's not a taboo. We need to
Okay.
understand the person's psychology. We need to understand why the first is social stigma. We need to remove that
Mm-hmm.
social stigma. I'm discussing, I'm going for a psychologist, I'm referring to that, what people will think about me, all these things. So that
Exactly.
stigma should not be there. It's just a
Right.
normal routine. We should go and
Right.
openly discuss about, the more we are open, the more we are communicative, the more we
Mm.
will get the benefit out of it. So that's the
Right.
myth, we need to remove it.
Yeah. So here, and I would also like to add this point, Divya, that, whenever we say it's mental health, I think that, it's not only that, we have to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I think like if we have the potential, we have the tendency that, okay, it's got to depression hai or anxiety hai. We just tend to give a particular term. Even the person is sad and he's not able to express. So I think if there are friends or family who can help you out, or you yourself, like, using following some tips and tools, because there are so many things in the over the internet today. So if we can start doing this, I think that will be, I mean, the self help process. The self-help really works wonders. I mean, if somebody really works towards themselves first, going towards a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I think that is the first thing or the first step that we all should need to do for ourselves. What say?
I would add, we should just communicate, communicate, and communicate.
Right,
The more the
right.
communication, more the benefit.
More the benefits. Yes. Okay, so here goes the second question. It is, what advice would you give to a parent who suspects their child might be having difficulties? Yeah.
Difficulties, there could be of many difficulties. So we need to go down to the child level to understand what difficulties he or she is facing and the root cause. So difficulties is
Mm,
the reaction. My child
mm,
is behaving very abruptly today, or from
mm,
past 1 week. These are the reaction which he and she is showing. But why
mm.
he or she is doing that, we need to understand the action. Like we
Right.
say in Newton, so every action has a reaction. So he or
Mm,
she is reacting that way. But why
right.
they are reacting that way, we need to understand that and diagnose
Mm,
that. When we will do the proper diagnosis, and then we can suggest the review. Like for example, like even in mandala art, there is a clinical research. Special
mm.
kids like dyslexia kids and all, the mandala art is very very helpful because it
Effective.
helps
Yes.
them to synchronize their mind and the body movements. It is very
Mm,
very helpful to give that kind of attention to work with them.
correct. Right. So, what I was thinking that we can conduct a workshop for the kids. I think this October is a superb month where we are actually planning, me and Divya. That means Banani Vista and Chakra. We are actually planning for a very beautiful workshop on mandala for your kids. So, if you want more information, you can definitely visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can note it down. That is Chakra for Divya and Banani Vista for me. So you can visit our pages, which is there on both Facebook as well as Instagram, to get the updates on these workshops, because we have some wonderful workshops for your kids, for the younger ones. So somebody, okay, Giri is saying that thanks for answering. Great discussion. Hope to see both of you engaging in more such discussions around mental health, specifically at the early stages of a child development. Love the content and flow. Thank you so much, Giri. We are
Thank you.
glad, we both are glad that you guys are enjoying this session. And that is what we all want. We are just creating this awareness so that it reach to more and more people. And we parents, we elders, we can actually definitely, help our kids emotionally stronger. And something that, being a parent, I have seen that the more we give attention to our kids when they need, I think that is the best medicine that we can give it to our child growing up. What say, Divya? Because you already have two kids, so yeah.
I would say that we need to work on their emotional stability. The more
Right.
stable they are emotionally, they will be as
Mm-hmm.
a happy human being. All the things will fall in place. So if they are
Right.
emotionally disturbed, the things will not fall in place. So we focus on academics, we focus on other stuff. I would say focus on emotional well-being. The
Very
emotionally
true.
strong bondage we have with our kids, they will feel much more secure, safer,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
comfortable. And
Yes.
and build more confident human being. And that confidence will reflect in each sphere of their life.
Yes, that's so true, Divya. I think that when we were young, so this concept of emotional well-being wasn't there, right? Even today, there are many parents whom I speak to them on a regular basis, and I found that the awareness, the education around this emotional well-being is very little. It's very limited, okay? Because they are much focused onto academics. But I would like to tell you that even a CEO who is earning some seven figures a month, but I think that if he is not emotionally stable, and if he is not able to express, if he is not able to communicate, or in one word, if I say that, if they are not emotionally healthy, then I don't think so that is going to help neither that organization, neither his immediate team. So it's very important to keep yourself healthy, not only physically but also mentally. So that is
So I would
where
say,
mental health comes in. Yes, 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 Divya.
Banani, I would add the top 10 skills of till
Hmm.
2025 is one of the emotional well-being. It's
I'm
not about
so glad.
technical skill, it's about your values, your skills, soft skills. So emotional well-being is one of the top 10 skills which is there as of
Right,
now. Because
right.
everybody in that pandemic, everybody is so fatigued, everybody is so much, you can say,
Disturbed.
boredom is there, or the long working hours, the kids are missing. So they need that kind of emotional bonding with their family members.
Mm, right, right. Very true. So, yes. So, guys, I think that we had a lovely evening talking about this, and I hope that you all have enjoyed today's session. And please don't forget to give a check on our pages, and you can follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. One is Banani Vista for us, and Chakra for Divya. So I will see you next time. I hope that we'll have another amazing session with another guest on my episode 2 of Buzz with Banani. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in and making this evening so special for both of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Banani.
Yes, thank you. Bye. Namaste.